Bitcoin has exploded to the upside and is trading well above $111,000, currently sitting at about $117,000 at the time of this recording. Now this is super exciting, and a question you might ask yourself is, how high can Bitcoin go? What are our targets, and what has it done in the past? In this video, we're going to look at all of that.
Hi, I'm Martin. I'm the founder of Captain Crypto's Compass. I'm a trader and a professor at the Financial Freedom Academy. I am passionate about helping you to achieve financial freedom through the art and the gift of trading. I will be providing you with actionable technical analysis and insights on your favorite cryptocurrency projects to help you make better and more informed decisions. If you're ready to take your trading to the next level, you're in the right place.
So I've gone ahead and opened up the Bitcoin chart on the 1 week on Bitstamp. And we're going to have a look at a couple of key things that I've noticed in the charts to help me just decode what Bitcoin did in previous cycles and how high can Bitcoin go in this bull run cycle we currently find ourselves in. Now, the first thing that I want to draw our attention to is just this beautiful ascending parallel channel that Bitcoin is trading in. You know, looking at the previous pivot bottoms in our bear market, we can see that Bitcoin has been on a steady incline ever since, and it has not broken this ascending parallel channel and is trading on the middle of this channel, beautifully creating market structure for us. So the bullish sentiment is quite evident when it comes to Bitcoin. We can see it's pushing higher and it's creating higher highs now, which is fantastic. We've managed to break our previous pivot tops, and we were looking at this $104,000 as a key level for Bitcoin to hold, for it to be able to push into higher territories. And we can see Bitcoin has done just that. Now, a couple of important things that I want to highlight here is I'm just going to bring up the 50 SMA and the 21 SMA just so we can see where our key moving averages are currently at. Now, during our previous correction here, when Bitcoin reached about $73,000, we saw this sharp correction back down to the 50 SMA, finding support, pushing above the 20, and we had another explosion. Now, during our recent pullback in March of this year, we can see that Bitcoin yet again got rejected at this $104,000. Now, this is a very important level, so keep that in mind. Got rejected at that level and pulled down all the way yet again to the 50 SMA. So this is fantastic market structure that Bitcoin is forming, pulling back, retesting these key moving averages and pushing higher. And we can see Bitcoin has done just that. It's pushed higher now. It's broken its previous all-time highs. It consolidated a little bit with all the news we had from Iran and USA and the bombings, and that caused a little bit of a shakeout. But we can see that Bitcoin has rebounded nicely and has found support at roughly the key market pivot here on the left at roughly about $98,000, and it has pushed higher. So how far can Bitcoin go? Now, you might feel a little bit of excitement here when Bitcoin is trading this high, but let's just keep a level head and think about this with using the Fibonacci retracements. Now, what's very important and very cool about the Fibonacci retracements is during our previous bull runs, let me just go and show you this, we saw that Bitcoin reacted and grew in a phased Fibonacci approach. Now, we've spoken about the different phases, phase 1, phase 2, 3, and 4, and we currently find ourselves in phase 4 with Bitcoin. But a very important Fibonacci level that we saw tested during our previous bull run was the 1.272, the 1.414, and the 1.618 Fibonacci extension levels. And this Fibonacci retracement is measured from the previous tops to bottoms, tops in our bull run and bottom of the bear market. And we can see here that during the cycle in 2021, that Bitcoin actually pushed all the way to the 1.618 Fibonacci extension. Now, if we take the same measured approach now with this specific bull run we find ourselves in, and we measure from our previous bull run tops in 2021 all the way back down to our bear market bottoms in November 2022, it also gives us our key Fibonacci areas. So what's exciting here is if we just look at where these specific levels are currently at, we can see that the 1.414 Fibonacci extension is sitting at roughly $129,000, and Bitcoin is on its way to actually try and test this specific Fibonacci level.
Hey, hope you're enjoying the content so far. Please remember to hit the like button and the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications.
Now, this is my first target for this push higher is the $129,000. We need to keep a close eye and see how Bitcoin responds to this specific level. But the next level, if Bitcoin can break through the 129, the 1.618 Fibonacci extension is currently sitting at $175,000. So if Bitcoin would repeat the same strength as it did during our previous bull runs, we're looking at a potential $175,000 Bitcoin. Super exciting, but we need to take this level to level. We need to see how Bitcoin reacts. We can expect some pit stops along the way. I don't expect Bitcoin to just shoot up to this level. Anything's possible, but we need to just make sure that we take this level to level. So, but the next zone that I'm looking at, the next target for Bitcoin is $129,000. Now, what's super important and interesting that I found about this $175,000 Fibonacci extension is, let's have a look at the pi cycle top. Now, the pi cycle top has been very accurate in predicting previous Bitcoin cycle tops. So we can see here in 2021, we saw the red line crossing the green line. That's the indicator, the trigger for the pi cycle top. It's the 111 moving average crossing the 350-day moving average. And we can see as soon as the red line crosses the green line, it prints the pi cycle top. So we see that signal here. And then in our previous bull run in 2017, yet again, the pi cycle top got the exact top of the market with the red line crossing the green line, printing the pi cycle top. Now, if we look at this pattern, I saw a very interesting behavior with the pi cycle top indicator. And I want to draw our attention to this green line here. And we can see during the previous run up to the bull market top in 2017, we saw a testing of this green line. Bitcoin approaching the green line, getting rejected, and consolidating on the red. Testing it again, consolidating on the red, until it finally broke the specific green moving average, this green line here. And this is where I have classified Bitcoin going into the banana zone. As soon as we breach this green line in the pi cycle top indicator, the red line has a chance to actually catch up, and I've marked this banana zone for us in this red shade here. So as soon as we reclaim that green line and push above it, that's where Bitcoin goes into the banana zone. Now, during the bull market run up to 2021, we saw yet again similar behavior. Bitcoin pushing up to the green line, getting rejected, consolidating on red, and as soon as we breached the green line and started trading above the green line, we entered the banana zone, and the pi cycle top printed soon after that. So let's have a look at where Bitcoin is currently with relation to this green line. Now here we see Bitcoin price movement currently, and we can see a similar pattern happening. Bitcoin pushing up to this green line, getting rejected, consolidating on red, and now it's yet again consolidating on the red, and it's making a push higher to this green line. Now if we're looking where this green line currently is sitting at, it's sitting at $173,000. Now that is exactly where the Fibonacci 1.618, that blue line I showed you earlier, is sitting at roughly about $175,000. So according to the pi cycle top indicator, there is still a lot more upside potential for Bitcoin. And if we can breach this green line, not hold it as resistance, but breach it, we will actually enter a banana zone for Bitcoin, where the red line can start catching up. And this would actually indicate that Bitcoin's potential top might even be higher than $175,000. So we are approaching this green line again, and we want Bitcoin to actually break that. But we also need to keep in mind that in previous cycles, the green line has acted as resistance. So it would be very interesting to see what Bitcoin does with this $174,000, $175,000 range. If it can break past that and push higher, that'll set up the banana zone for us, and we will be in a position to print the next pi cycle top. But super exciting, super interesting. And in the next video, I'm going to talk about altcoins. Where are altcoins at, and what can we expect? Peace and love, and happy trading.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, hit the like button, hit the sub button, and hit the bell notifications. Also, remember to click the link in the description below to join my mailing list, where I'll be sending you free emails and trading videos, and also market report updates weekly to help you stay ahead of the herd. As always, this community would not be the same without you, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Peace and love. See you next time.